Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Okay, I know I'm totally jumping on like 5 minutes early, but that's okay. Okay. That's okay. I was just so excited that I needed to jump on to share everybody with like what is going on. Okay. So hopefully you guys see this and absolutely like leave me a little shout out, say hi once you're on here because I want to know like where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? And then all right, cool. So I think we're live. I think we're good right now. So type in the comments, y'all, like where are you tuning in from? Because I know we have people tuning in from all over the place and I want to see like how many different states we can represent on here tonight. So type where are you tuning in from? I feel like I have a lot of pink going on right now. And I'm going to be wearing, oh, this kind of is like almost the exact same color. Is that so fun? Well, anyway, I'm going to be sharing also um about this new Skinvigorate brush. Okay. It actually just came out. It's from Mary Kay. And we're going to be doing a little unboxing and a live demo. So we're going to give it a few since I am jumping on super early. But I want you guys to say hi. Like, and where are you tuning in from? Type that in the chat. And I also want you to share this video. Because how cool would it be if we could get like all 50 states here represented? I just think that would be amazing. So, yes, like, where comment your state. Like, where are you at? I'm going to scroll that on the bottom because, all right, comment and share this video. Let's get all 50 states represented. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. Okay. That would be so amazing. I don't know if I've actually ever had that happen, okay? I don't know if I've ever had it happen where I've had like all 50 states represented on one of my lives, and I think that would be amazing. So, before I dive into our skincare, and before I get going on that, I actually am going to share like a little bit about me, a little bit of my journey in Mary Kay, actually. So, while we wait for ladies to jump on, so fun fact: I've been in Mary Kay for a little over 13 years now. So, I also want you to type in the chat, like if there's something that you want to learn about skincare, about makeup, type that in the chat. That way, maybe I can address that on here. But tonight, we're really just going to do skincare. That is my favorite, skincare. And when I started Mary Kay, I did not really know a whole lot about skincare or makeup, but I do now. And also, I want to share this as well because I hear all types of questions all day, every day. So if you have a question about Mary Kay or even about skincare, I want you to type it in the chat because I am here to like debunk all of the myths. But I've been in Mary Kay 13 years, and believe it or not, I'd never heard of the company before. And I really didn't know anything about skincare or makeup or sales or any of the things. Um, and but I was in the market for like a second source of income, and I worked full-time in healthcare. So type in the chat, what do you guys do for work? Like type it in the chat. I would love to know. And I also want to hear like, have you ever tried Mary Kay? Type that in the chat too if you've ever tried the product. So anyway, where was I at? So yeah, I was getting married, I was working full-time, I was in graduate school. So I was like the busiest person on the planet, but I just felt like something was missing in my life. You know, I was going to school and I felt like, you know, if I went to school and I got this great job, that suddenly I was going to feel good about myself. And y'all, there's like something on my screen. So forgive me for doing that, but I felt like they were fingerprints. Like I have 3 kids, so you never know what is going on. But all right. So so that's where I was at, working, going to school, planning my wedding, burning the candle on both ends. I would hear that all the time. And I don't know if anyone else is like that. Like, you have to stay busy all the time. That's me. Now, in the past, though, it was different because I felt like if I didn't stay super busy, I would have too much time to be thinking, like overthinking. And, there was a time in my life where I had very low self-esteem. I was really hard on myself, and just life was chaotic, and that's why I was always like racing towards what was the next thing that I was going to accomplish. So, grad school, getting a master's, I even wanted to go on and get my doctorate just because, like, just so I can have that title of being a doctor. That's really what I wanted, because I felt like getting that was going to make me feel important, really. But even after like getting a master's and getting this great job, I didn't feel any different. I didn't feel any more important or validated or any of the things. I still was like going through the motions. And I don't know if anyone else has ever felt like that, but that was me. And, anyway, so fast forward, y'all. I went to try the products one day, Mary Kay. So I went to a skincare class. It was in person. I only went to help my friend, and she asked me like 7 times to go to this thing and help her. And then I was like, okay, let me just go. Because I had the worst day at work, and it was very stressful, and I was just drained. And I was like, you know what? It's just on my way home, and maybe it'll be fun. So I went there, I tried everything, and I loved the products, first of all. And I met this woman who was so inspiring and very successful. Okay. She actually had a free car from Mary Kay. So, how many of y'all have seen a pink Cadillac? Like, type it in the chat if you have. So, she had this pink Cadillac, and she was making a 6-figure income. And by the way, this is like a really funny joke considering all that I have on, but I actually hated the color pink. And my wardrobe was like black, brown, gray. I did not want to stand out. I did not want anybody looking at me. I just wanted to like be in the background. And anyway, God knew that I had a pink sparkly person on the inside that was like waiting to be let out. But anyway, so just hearing this woman speak, and, I remember, I'll never forget when she said, remember when you were a little girl and you had all of these dreams and goals. And well, I'm here to tell you that it is still possible. And when I heard that, I felt like a fire like lit up inside of my soul, because for so long I was kind of like going through the motions. And I remember a time where I even thought, I was like, Lord, I was praying, God, is this just gonna be my life? Like, am I gonna be broke? Am I gonna be living paycheck to paycheck? Because if it is, like, that's just not cool. Because I didn't feel like deep down in my spirit that that was the way that God had intended for me to be living. So, but that was my thought, and I pretty much had myself convinced. And I gave up on my dreams and I forgot about them because I was just like going through the motions and just scraping by, and like, let me just do the next step. I could only see what was right in front of me. And going there was like, oh my gosh, well, I'm excited again. And it reminded me of all my goals and all my dreams. So, anyway, I just decided, and I don't know if you guys have ever felt like that, where like you had dreams and goals and things that you wanted to do, and you just felt like it is impossible for me anymore, or you kind of gave up on it. I don't know, but type it in the chat if that is you, y'all. So I actually signed up that night, and yes, well, okay, I didn't finish though. Like, she was making a 6-figure income, and I was over here like, okay, I need money to pay for my wedding. I was on that Dave Ramsey train, paying off debt. I knew I was going to have some student loan payments after getting a master's degree, right? So I was listening. And when she said her highest paycheck was over $13,000 in a month, I was like, what? Okay, I'm listening. But also in my mind, I was like, if she can figure it out, I'm pretty sure I could do it. Like, it can't be that hard. I had a little bit of an attitude problem. God has humbled me. since then in so many different ways. But that was it. And I was listening, and I was probably one of those people that like sat there like this. Like, you ever see that where someone's like looking angry at you, like looking you up and down, like that was me. So I don't know, y'all. I know some of you have probably seen that, especially if you've been in Mary Kay for a while, or like doing skincare classes or any type of presentation, right? So anyway, so I was listening to all that what she was saying, and she had said that she worked as a teacher at one point in time, and then well, her husband was like doing the numbers, and he was like, "Babe, you're making more doing Mary Kay on the side than at your teaching job." And she had just had a baby. So she decided to actually leave her job and do Mary Kay full time. And she was like one of the happiest people I've ever met. And I wanted that more than I wanted money or any type of car that I could earn or any type of trip that I could earn. Like, I wanted that happiness. And I looked around and everybody was having fun and smiling and laughing. And my job was like totally opposite and really kind of toxic. I don't know if y'all can relate to that, but that was where I was at. I did not think about leaving my job. I just thought, like, oh, this could be a great way to make extra money on the side. So sign me up. I know I'm a good student. I'd never heard of Mary Kay, barely washed my face, didn't really know how to do makeup, but I know I'm a good student and I'm willing to learn. So maybe that's you. And at that point, I was like, do I go back to waitressing and bartending? Which, type in the chat, y'all, have you ever worked in a restaurant or as a bartender? And no offense, but I did that all through college. And I took a vow that I was not going to go back because, again, like, it was a toxic environment for me. And I needed to get out of that. And that's a whole other story, a whole other testimony of things that God has brought me out of. Okay. So I'm not going to get into all of that tonight because I do want to jump in. But I was like, waitressing, bartending, Mary Kay. Hey, you know what? I'd rather do Mary Kay than go back to that life. So that was where my head was at the time. And I saw this as a way that I could pay for my Pinterest wedding and get those little key lime cake balls and like on the beach and all of the things. So that was what I was thinking of, right? And I was like, sign me up, teach me what to do, and I'll do it. And I'll never forget, she showed me this like career path booklet and that night, and I said, listen, how do I get to where you're at? Like, that's where I want to be, because that's how you make the most money. So that's where I want to be. And then, wow, y'all, 4 months later, I earned the first car. And I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing, but I earned the first car. And what really excited me though was being able to help a woman. I read this quote from Mary Kay Ash, and she said that we get to bring a woman's inner beauty to the outside. And when I saw that and got to sit with women and just talk with them and then also help them with their makeup and their skincare, that just made my heart so happy. And I was excited about that, like being able to bless women. And they did not know it at the time, but they were blessing me and really like helping me to bust up out of that depression and give me something that I could be passionate about, which is helping women build their confidence, because you never know what people are going through. They might walk around like they have it all together. That was me. But on the inside, they're a hot mess, and just praying for an opportunity, praying for friendship, for finances, y'all, whatever it is. So don't judge people based on their outward appearance. I'm pretty sure it says that in the Bible. Like, people look at the outward appearance, but God, sees our heart. So that was something that, wow. And even still today, I got a text the other day, and one of the women that came to one of my events, she said, Sarah, I have never liked to look in the mirror. I never liked to look at myself until tonight. So thank you so much and that touched my heart so much. Like, even after all of these years, 13 years of Mary Kay. Anyway, so another thing that 13 years of Mary Kay does, great skin. Okay, so let's just dive in, y'all. It is past 8 o'clock, y'all. So we're gonna dive into this, and I want you to comment, like, where are you at? And absolutely leave me a comment. Where are you tuning in from? So type that in the chat, y'all. All right, so we're diving in. And hey, Aunt Hannah, I hope you're doing amazing. All right, cool. So we're diving in, and first things first, we're gonna unbox this. I've actually not used this yet. It just came in. So we're gonna unbox it, and then we're gonna do it together. And I'm also gonna read off of this like page here because we are learning together, and I've never actually used this. So we're gonna learn about it. We're gonna unbox it and type any questions that you might have in the chat. So let's pull this open. Now I did open it. It was covered with these little plastic like bags, but I opened it because I needed to charge it, and it does come with this charger. So it's like one of those USBs. I'm pretty sure this is like an Android charger. Not sure, but that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't come with the charging block. Hey, Lori, I'm so glad you tuned in tonight. And then, but I just have my own charging block. But this is a type of charger. So I didn't even charge it for that long. Okay, it also comes with this stand here. So little stand, and this is the brush itself. So let's pull this out here. And okay, these are super soft. I'm just feeling like how they feel. And we are going to do a little demo. And this is the thermal, like heated massaging. And I see that there's like a little plastic. So you want to take that off. I'm glad I felt that because I didn't even see this on here. So that's the thermal part. The charging is here at the bottom. So I'm assuming like once you're done using it, it just goes in this little stand. All right. So let's read about this. I want you guys to ask me questions. So let's see. It gently pulses to enhance every step of your routine. Awesome. Okay. 15-second intervals, travel friendly, water resistant. You could use it every day. All right, cool. Let's get into some more details. All right. Soft silicone brushes and vibration technology that is clinically shown to effectively dislodge dirt, oil, and makeup. Okay. Now, I know that cleansing with one of these actually works about 100 times better at removing anything that's hanging out on your skin, than washing by hand. All right. So the thermal massage, oh, this is cool. It helps to temporarily dilate your pores to support better product absorption. What? I'm excited. I am excited about this. This is so cool. And all right, what else here? I'm trying to read a little bit more. Let me actually make this bigger. All right. So I'm reading this over my other screen. Okay, we already read about that. So elevate the everyday cleanse. So hand cleansing alone can leave pore clogging grime behind. Clinical data shows that vibration technology effectively dislodges dirt, oil, and makeup and improves circulation. Cool. All right. So that's exciting. And then the warming side, dilate the pores. So you can, with this, apply your facial oil, moisturizers, boosters, or serum. Cool. So how do we actually do this? So remove eye makeup. Y'all, I don't have any eye makeup on. Wet your face and the cleansing brush with water. All right, cool. Let's go to step 1. I want you guys to comment, like, have you ever used something like this? All right. So we are wetting the face. I have a little bit of water, and then we're wetting this with a little bit of water. Okay, cool. And then apply your favorite Mary Kay cleanser. Turn on the device and select the desired vibration intensity. Gently cleanse using swiping or massaging motions. Avoid eye area and the hairline. I'm glad I'm reading this. So after you're done, hold the power button and then rinse your face. Okay. You could also use it every day. It says do not submerge in the water. All right, here is a tip. Select a lower vibration intensity in the morning and higher at night to remove makeup. All right, we're going to test this bad boy out. This is the Voluform Foaming Cleanser. So we're going to put some of this on and we're going to test it out. Now, if I screw up, I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's... Oh my gosh, okay. This kind of like tickles. Okay, I turned it up high. I don't know if you guys can see. Hey, Donna. Ooh, I actually really like this. Oh my gosh, there's like a third intensity. Okay. And it did a little beep. So that must have been like my first 30-second or 15 seconds. All right. What else am I learning about here? Okay, cool. So let me actually... So I see it like stopped and kind of beeped again. So that must be my 15 seconds. Now, there was a little booklet that came in this. So I'm trying to find where I put that gave me like more detailed instructions. But I'm assuming like the 15 seconds kind of go like on each section of your face. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 60 seconds. And that would like remove all of that gunk. Oh, we're still going. Okay, now where is my little book? All right, here it is. Here it is. So I think I have it on the highest. All right, now it's on the lowest. And let me just tell you, that's like super, super low. All right, I'm going up. That's the second intensity. And that's the third. And it's so quiet. Like, oh wait, no, there's another one. You can't even hear it. All right, cool. So I think I got my whole entire face. So now we're going to turn it off. Wait, how do I turn it off? All right, so I think you hold down on... Yep, you hold down on the power button. All right, so we cleanse the face, and I will tell you that my skin is feeling like a little tingly. So I could definitely feel the like circulation coming to my skin. All right, so we're going to wipe this off, and then we're going to try the thermal... the other side, the thermal massaging plate that is heated, and we're gonna put on my serum. Since technically like this is bedtime, we're getting ready for bed. Let me put this on its stand real quick so I could make sure like I get everything off of there. So me personally, I'd probably using like the highest vibration every single time I use it, because I feel like that just like gets most of that yucky stuff off of my face. Like I wasn't even wearing makeup today, and I see stuff coming off my face, which is crazy. So, and I'll just say my skin feels a lot more clean than it usually does. All right. So I'm just making sure I got everything off of there. Now, of course, if you're doing this in the sink, it'll probably be a little bit easier. All right, so let me figure out like how do we use this side? And you would want to make sure like you rinse off that cleansing part as well. So I have a little bowl of water, so I'm just kind of rinsing it off, but you could absolutely do that in your sink. All right, so we already know. Now, how do we use this? Apply your facial oil, moisturizer, boosters, or serums to a dry face. Turn on the device and select the desired vibration intensity. Press the warm function, which I'm assuming is that right there, and to turn it on, and carefully apply the heating surface to the face. Use gentle swiping or massaging motions. Avoid the eye area. And then after you're done, hold the power button. Okay, cool. So we are going to try this. All right. And this is also hypoallergenic due to these silicone brushes. You don't need replacement heads. Oh, that's an upgrade, because our previous one is we had like replacement heads that you'd have to buy. And then, you know, yeah, we couldn't get them anymore. We don't need batteries. It's rechargeable. So this does say, though, that it is not supposed to be paired with acne, retinol, or sunscreen products. And I'm glad I brought that, because I brought in my retinol. I was like, ooh, it's retinol night. But let me actually put on this eye cream. So this eye cream, I always put this on before anything else because like I don't want to get other products near my eyes, but this is my favorite eye cream. I use it every single day. It's called the Voluform Eye Renewal Cream. So what this does, the metal tip actually helps with puffiness and swelling. And then the cream itself helps with lines and wrinkles, dark circles, all of that fun stuff that happens as we start to age. Now, the eyes are the first place that we notice aging. So I want to say, like, if you're like 18 and up, get yourself an eye cream. This is the best one that Mary Kay has. So this special metal alloy on the tip here, it's the same type of metal. And y'all, if there's something that you just have to have, put in the comments with the word sold. If you just have to have it, that way I know that you have to have this product. All right. But it's the same type of metal. If you ever watch a boxing match and they get punched in the face, yeah, same type of metal. And it helps to reduce that swelling. Okay. So now we are going to turn this on. Hold on. Okay. You can hear it. All right, that's super low. I'm going to turn it on low, and then I'm going to turn on the heating. So I turned on the heat, and that little white light turned on. And I'm going to see, like, how long does it take to actually heat up? That's what I'm wondering. Like, how long? Because I'm assuming you only press it, like, one time. Now, if I press the heating part again, I see the light turns off. All right, so we're going to give it a minute, and I'm actually going to, like, turn the vibration up a little bit. And all right, so the first serum that I'm going to use is my HA plus ceramide hydrator. So this has hyaluronic acid, and we're just going to put some of this on the face, and then I'm going to use this massager head. Okay, I feel that it's like starting to warm up now. So we're going to use this all. Okay, now I definitely feel it. So you can do like massaging motion. All right, this is interesting. I've actually never actually done something like this, so I'm pretty excited about it. And I just have to say, it feels so nice. Like I'm at a spa right now, which is super awesome because y'all, I don't know if I shared this with you, but I have 3 kids. So, and of course it's summertime and you know how that can be. You know what I like? This is warm and it's not hot though. So we're going to keep on keeping on. And I'm just going to do the whole like 60 seconds. Okay, so you could also go in motions like this and kind of up and outward is what I'm thinking. So I'm doing my hyaluronic acid serum right now, and I'm really loving this. Have you guys ever tried something like this? A heated like thermal massager? Okay, this is amazing, and I am so excited about this. Let me see like what else we can read about this fun new product that Mary Kay has. And by the way, oh, it's in my lap. I want to share another fun thing with you that I'm actually giving you the opportunity to earn one of these for free. So there's a couple different ways. One is that you can have your very own virtual beauty experience right online, right on Facebook. And when you have 10 people that are on the live, they stay on the whole time, you are going to get one of these for free. Even if no one buys anything, that's totally fine. No one's required to, but I am really wanting to get the feedback on these new brushes. So you can get one for free. So virtual beauty experience, how it works is we set up a group right here on Facebook. You invite your friends. I will tell you what to say. And does this like have a shut off time? Or it's definitely been over a minute. I'm just keeping it going because it's so amazing. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing with my lifting serum. So we're just going to put a little bit of this on here. And the lifting serum, I love this. Okay, this is awesome. It kind of is like gliding on. this helps to lift and firm. Can I like use it down here? Because your lifting serum should really be going on your neck too. I just feel like this is doing something extra. All right, so what I was saying before I had to put this on was with your beauty experience online, right? Having 10 ladies on and on the whole time, and then you're gonna get one of these for free. Now, if you want to do it in person, if we get together if you're local for an in-person beauty experience and you have 10 ladies there, now they do have to be over 18, you are going to get one of these for free. And let's say on your beauty experience, like, okay, maybe you don't meet the criteria for having as many people, but when 2 people book theirs beauty experience from yours, you are going to earn this. All right. So there's a couple ways you can get it, y'all. All right. So we did our lifting serum. We did our HA serum, hyaluronic acid. All right. I am a fan. My face is feeling amazing right now. No, I'm going to turn this off. And ooh, you could actually like use it heated on the cleansing side. How amazing. So I'm going to turn this off now. So I'm holding, you got to hold down the power button for, there it is. There it goes. I don't know, but my skin is feeling so nice. And I really loved that warming sensation and the vibration. I felt like my face felt a little bit tingly after the brush. Like I could definitely feel that circulation. All right, let me see what this says. So we did, and then I'm going to go over what we did tonight. All right, y'all. I have one more product that I'm going to use too. So cleansing. All right, we did that. Cool. How to use thermal massage. All right, cool. I did that. And really, like, it's not too complicated. Now tonight I was planning on using my retinol. So I'm actually going to put this on my face. It is a retinol. I'm not going to put it on with this because it did say do not use this with retinol, acne, or sunscreen products. But anything else, you go ahead and do. So this is our retinol 0.3. Now I do this. You can use it every other day or every single day. But me personally, I use it every other day because my skin is a little more sensitive. So this is a much more concentrated, and you only need a pea-sized amount. Avoid the eye area. This is a lot more concentrated retinol, right? So I'm going to actually read a little bit about it. Like, why is it so amazing? But when I started using this, my skin, oh my goodness. So here's what it does. It improves the look of wrinkles, skin firmness, radiance, and smoothness, plus blotchiness. Oh, all right. Well, I didn't know all of this. Okay. So let me look at one more thing about this, and I'm going to put it on. So it's pure retinol, and it's gentle enough to use daily from day 1. All right. So we're putting this everywhere. Clinically shown to improve the look of wrinkles, skin firmness, radiance, and smoothness, plus blotchiness. Oh, yes. I love the retinol. And a personal testimony, it helps to heal your skin. You don't need a retinization process or an additional calming product, which is awesome. Retinol is actually considered the foundation of youthful skin and has over 3 decades of clinical research. Okay. All right, so we're going to read a couple of fun things about it. So after 1 week, after a clinical study, it said the look of deep lines improved, firmness, radiance, and skin tone improved, skin looked and felt improved. All right, after 12 weeks, 100% of women's texture was smoother and skin smoothness improved by 55%. 100% of women had less visible blotchiness. 90% of women, fine lines and wrinkles were less visible. Yes. 85% of women showed a visible reduction in deep lines with a very impressive average improvement of 44%. Like, that's huge if you guys like numbers. Firmness increased and even tone improved. Yes. All right, y'all. And this says, of course, apply your eye cream beforehand. Now retinol, it says, is the last step before your moisturizer. Okay. So I already put on my serums, put on my eye cream. Now I like to follow it up. Hey, Miguelina, I like to follow up my pure retinol, the retinol 0.3, with, okay, this is like a fun pampering item. You could use this with the new Skinvigorate Duo, the thermal massager. You could use this with it, but I'm not going to use this because it says don't use with retinol. And I already used it with my serums. So we're going to actually use this. This is another one of my favorite products. It is called the Intense Moisturizing Cream. So if you have like dry skin, or, you just want like a little bit of a more dewy look, I want to share with you a little bit about this. So I'm going to put it on, and of course I grabbed the one that is actually, I gave this to my daughter because it's empty. But I can still like show you. She must have took mine. I have a full size one, like a full one, but I gave her this because she likes to put her little Q-tip in it and like put it on her face. So this is that one. Anyway, but what it does, I'm gonna tell you, it leaves skin feeling hydrated for up to 10 hours. Marine extract, humectants, and all right, I wanna read you some fun facts about it. And all right, so let's see. A lot of different things upset the skin's moisture balance. All right, okay. Oil and moisture are two different things. Oh, oily skin can be as dehydrated as dry skin. Yes, I used to have oily skin. So here's a couple things. Leave skin looking immediately more radiant and feeling unbelievably soft and smooth. So this is so fun. It actually has little sparkles. Like you can, it's like a shimmer in a way. It's so beautiful. Hydrates for up to 10 hours. And it also forms a protective shield to minimize moisture evaporation. This is kind of cool. It has glycerin and algae extract. Very cool. Okay. So you can apply it after your regular moisturizer. Nice. Well, I personally love this. It is rich and luxurious. And after I get mine out of the bathroom, I'm going to put this on as my final step, the Intense Moisturizing Cream. All right, y'all. So tonight we talked about our new Skinvigorate Duo, which I'm obsessed already. My skin feels so awesome with the vibrating cleanser and then the heated thermal massager that you apply your serums, your oils, your moisturizers, and your boosters. Okay. So, and that has this little charger on the bottom, y'all. So again, I shared with you how you could get it for free. This is only $95. And of course, if you are a beauty consultant, we can get this half off. Seriously, take advantage of your discount, y'all. I know a lot of people sign up for Mary Kay just for the discount. So if that is you, it's $35 to start Mary Kay, and you could be your own best customer like I am to mine. And then the products that I did tonight on my face. So I did the Time Wise Repair Voluform Foaming Cleanser. I did the Clinical Solutions. So this is the HA, the Hyaluronic Acid plus Ceramide Booster. And I did our lifting serum. Both of these I applied with the thermal massage, heated. So amazing. And then I did our Voluform Eye Renewal Cream. So type in the chat, what was your favorite? And then our Retinol 0.3, which is, oh yes, a game changer if you are needing a pure retinol that you could use every single day. And then, well, I wanted to put this on live, but of course, this is my daughter's like empty one. But I'm just going to throw this in the garbage now that I'm not going to get it confused anymore. So the Intense Moisturizing Cream, that's going to be my last step. And tomorrow, I already know my skin is going to look flawless and just radiant and glowy. And it kind of already is. So I'm excited. But y'all, if you are wanting to try any of these, absolutely, like let's set up a customized appointment. It could be virtual. It could be in person. You can earn them for free. So exciting. And also, if you want to be your own best customer and get a great discount. And hey, you can even make some extra money on the side because as consultants, we also make 50% profit. So, pretty exciting. We all have our own, we'll call it an affiliate link where someone could order Mary Kay. Like we have our own link. You see my link. If you go to my bio, the link is right in the bio that you can click on. And once you order on there, Mary Kay ships it out. I don't really have to do anything. Now, I do keep products on hand though, like some products for my amazing local friends. I do keep things on hand and for me too. When I run out, I got to have a backup. I can't be left in any emergency state. Y'all know how it is. Like I need my eye cream every day. I need my skincare every day, y'all. Like and a little lip color. And if I'm doing my whole face, like I need my stuff. So I can't be running out. You know how it is. Like what is that one thing that you cannot be left without? All right. Anyway, so Mary Kay ships it out, and then like either that day or the next day, we get a direct deposit. How awesome is that, y'all? It is so easy. And of course, we teach you what to do. So if you are a busy mama like me, or maybe you are just looking for something fun to do and make some extra money, I mean, friendships, like this is the year, my theme for the year is taking my power back. I've just decided that I'm not going to let the opinions of anybody else like rule my life anymore. Like someone thinks I can't do something, okay. Someone doesn't agree with what I'm doing, okay. Like so many people have so many opinions, but when are we going to stop being afraid of what people think and go after our own goals and dreams? So my dream this year, for my 14-year wedding anniversary, I'm taking my husband on an all expense paid trip to Rome, Italy. And that is something that I'm earning from Mary Kay. So that is how I'm taking my power back this year. All right. And I want to know, how are you going to take your power back? Anyway, y'all, have an awesome and blessed night. I hope you are doing amazing, and I can't wait to hear from you. Bye, y'all.